morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's such a pleasure to welcome you today on this very, very special day for me at this very iconic place called Goa. Like everybody else and like many of you who are locals here, I'm in love with Goa as much as you do. So today morning is very symbiotic. Symbiotic because we are back after the 71st Independence Day, and our 71st Independence Day, our Honorable Prime Minister so aptly said, whatever we do it right because we are India. And I like these words because I'm a great follower. Whatever we do it right because we are India. Ladies and gentlemen, what better tribute can we pay this morning to our motherland, to our mother nation, to our whatever we are achieving or doing, than by standing up and singing the national anthem. So arise, ladies and gentlemen, as I introduce the guest to you after the national anthem. We play the national anthem first. Many of you are saying wow like me. I think you have the spirit in you of Indianism. Would you like to give this country a big round of applause?
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's the spirit of being true Indian. I must introduce myself. The time of my chief guest is very precious, so we all want pictures with him. So my name is Dr. Raju Bhatia. I'm 55. I started my career with the Tata Group. I'm Ahmedabad 82 batch. Great teachers like Dr. T.V. Rao, Dr. Indira Parekh, I'm their product. A very ordinary person with extraordinary determination. When I was 9 years old, I was to work as a peon, an office boy in Standard Chartered Bank. My father and mother had no money to feed me. They had fortunately great potential to produce 11 children. We were 11 brothers and sisters. As a result of which a priest brought me up. I have a lot of Catholicism inside me, and as I grew up in the parish at Andheri in Chakala, I realized the treasure of value, the treasure for food, and why you need to struggle in life to come up. I'm an author of about 72 books in management. I've never sold any book. I've always believed shared a book with somebody, because when you share a book, you share knowledge. Dewang Mehta died 18 years ago. 18 years ago he passed away. He's an IT czar, the president of NASCOM. He had one motto which he was working with the late Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi. His motto was roti, kapra or broadband. For those of you who remember, we are actually receiving a lot of communications, internet, telephony, only because of this great man who's not alive. He was a very dear friend. After he passed away, I wanted to keep the legacy alive. He died in estate. He was a single bachelor who had dedicated himself to IT and the nation. And after he died, his entire estate got taken over by his brothers and sisters. And what was left behind was just a legacy of this great man. So over his dead body, I pledged that I would like to carry his legacy ahead. So this is the 25th Silver Jubilee year of the education initiative which I've been running since in the 24 years of my corporate life, and the last 10 years as a consultant, practicing and working with the United Nations. You see my pictures with the United Nations, with the President of Singapore and some others on the table. The whole objective is getting like-minded people together. Because when like-minded people come together, they set an example, there is iconization that occurs, and with that iconization, change occurs. Ladies and gentlemen, that's about me and why we are here. Dewang Mehta Foundation does exist, but we are paupers, we have no money. We just started, and everybody who chips in for us, even a rupee, it matters to us because we contribute value. Our whole objective is being mad, and sir, I must tell you, please forgive me for saying this to you so bluntly, being mad means make a difference. So we all like mad people who make a difference, much like you. My chief guest today morning is a person who struggled to achieve what he's achieved. I have great respect, deep gratitude for his presence here. He's a person with tremendous wisdom and courage, simple, but tremendous wisdom and courage. He always believes in transformational leadership. And what he sets as a great example is an example of what great leaders can do over a period of time. He hates everything that is negative for the country or for the state and loves everything that could be positive. You might want to acknowledge with a big round of applause Mr. Mohan Gandhi. So I'm going to get up on the stage, ladies and gentlemen, and conduct the proceedings by inviting our chief guest on the stage first. Sir, can I have you on the stage? I understand the time is very precious. No, we can keep it here. I won't take your phone. I know. Yes, sir. So first I'm going to felicitate our chief guest with in a traditional way. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me. On all our behalves, we have deep gratitude for you and what you do for the Goa state. Thank you, sir, for being here. A few words of welcome before we get cracking with the program, sir. What would you like to give as a message to all of us here today?
Well, Mr. Dr. Raju Bhatia and all esteemed guests and I should say captains of different organizations present here, a very good morning. First of all, I simply want to say that all of us should be great contributors in the great task of nation building. And I think that is one narrative which we all must remember, that we all have to contribute in the great task of nation building. And here you are simply gathered to, I think, award those people who have contributed their might, who have been shining examples for others, people who have led by example, and therefore you are here. And this foundation has been doing yeoman service in awarding people, propelling them to perform even better. And I, for one, always believe, however you may say something is good, it's best, it is excellent, there is always scope for improvement, and that is what I look forward to. You can go beyond you, and that is what should be our motto. With this, I think, since it's only, he said, just welcome. I would like to welcome all of you, and sincerely hope that let us propel our country to greater heights than what it is. As you know, our country is so big, the problems that it has are also big. But certainly, at least I for one believe that at the moment we have the right leadership in the Prime Ministership of Narendra Modi. It is who has out of the box thinking as his important way of functioning. And that is what is required. If we go along the normal path, depend on our bureaucrats, go in the normal system, there will be very less we will achieve. We have to go far beyond that. And that's why I say out of the box thinking. And I think our Dr. Raju Bhatia has a lot of it. From his opening remark, one can judge. And I am hopeful that all of you are also equally good contributors in the same task, and you will do well for the country, for yourself. And overall, we will have a feel-good feeling promoted by us, for others, and a happy atmosphere around for everyone. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. There's a special reason why you're here. For all those of your social media fans, put your hands up. Here is a great example on social media of what campaign he ran on Facebook. And it was mighty impressive in terms of reach. So today we wish to confer upon Sri Mervyn Godino the award for the best social media campaign, not just as the Panchayat Minister, GOA and MLA Dabolim scantify, but also for the iconization of what ethics in social media means. Ladies and gentlemen, on all our behalf, I do the honors. give you today, and I'm going to request you to seat. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause. And the gift is, I'm going to present some emotions to you. Ladies and gentlemen, some emotions I'm going to present. I have advertisers here, and there's nothing in life without a great father, right? How many of you love your fathers? I mean me. This is the advertisement I'm presenting to you that won an award at the Cannes recently. It's an advertisement for Gillette, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to dim the lights. I want you to watch it. We're going to create, please be seated. I want you to watch it. As you watch it, if you like it, please express it with a generous round of applause if you could. Gillette, the best a man can ever get. How many of you had a little tear in your eyes? I'm so sorry. Anybody? I can see so many of you. Even me. I miss my father. I really love him. I lost him very early, so. So see what emotions can do. Translate. And if we get the emotional connect right, we are able to translate so much in our lives. So much in our lives. You know, the amazing thing of Goa is everybody loves it. Everybody wants it. But everybody cannot afford it. There's such a great emotional connect. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to continue my journey. Present to you a short film that won the Cannes Award. It's called Ripple. This is a film that left a very incredible mark on my soul. And it affected me. For months together, I was speechless watching it. It's available on YouTube. And many educationists are here, sir. I want to tell you that education and knowledge is absolutely available free thanks to the internet. And the internet came to India largely because of the vision of Dewang Mehta. He fought with the government to get the internet, 1994, many years back. I'm sure you love this film. Ladies and gentlemen, if you love it, please, storytelling is my hobby. Please express it and please give it an applause. Lights go dim. Yeah, anybody got goosebumps? Yeah, you enjoyed it? How many of you enjoyed it? Yeah, you enjoyed it? Wow, I'm so sorry. I don't know. It does to me also. At every performance of mine, I show this. Amazing, isn't it? A simple film. A very simple film. But the impact it can create on your mind. And it's so common. It's so common. It's so common. Wherever I teach, I use some of these AV techniques. I use storytelling for teaching. As many of you know, I make my life, make a living out of teaching, writing, training, and writing books, and then narrating stories at supper theatre, for which I get paid 1,500 rupees only, while people are eating food in 5-star hotels. I perform and I get paid 1,500 bucks for 2 hours performance. But that is life. Storytelling is so important. It's so important in our lives. And if we handle it well, there's everything right we can do in our life. Our life is a story. And every session of our story has an example to say. The trials, the tribulations, the struggles, and everything else that we've gone through in our lives. And if we can handle it well, we are a great success. Both as a nation, as individuals, and as a family. How many of you will share this with your family? Over dinner, over lunch? Please put your hands up. You'll share it? About 40 of you. Wow. 50 of you. Right. Please share it. For those of you like social media, like my Honorable Minister, please tweet me. This is my Twitter ID. It's also on the podium, because Twitter is a powerful medium of communication. And if you tweet, you write about it, you share a good story, you present a little video, it could make a lot of impact. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you the last one before I announce the first set of awards. My minister has little time. We're going to continue the storytelling session as we go. He's going to present a few awards for me. I'm going to present you, this story is called Priorities for Life. It's a very simple story. You all know it. You all have grown up with it. You all have your parents who have taught you everything about this. Recently I was teaching at a church community where I was telling them that this is an example of leadership. And if leadership is all about this, we are a great nation, we are a great state, and we are a great family, and we are great individuals. Because it all starts together. and together we can make a difference for the future. The film is called Priorities of Your Life. Your life has a priority, and the priority is leadership. Please pursue it, because leadership is very simple. People ask me, what's the definition of a leader? You know, sir, you've been a leader for 20 years. For 20 iconic years, you struggled to reach where you've reached. Today I'm a great believer. A leader is someone with whom you will go where you cannot go alone. A leader is someone with whom you will go where you cannot go alone. Ladies and gentlemen, before I start the award, one more story for you. I hope you enjoy it as they dim the lights. Dim the lights, please. Nice. Simple, isn't it? Simple. How many of you found it simple? Yeah, and you loved it or you liked it? You loved it? Yeah. Very simple. Imagine if you practice all this. Too much? Why do you say that?
Yeah. In the world of today, all things don't look so bright and beautiful.
They don't look, but then there's optimism and hope you live on.
Yes.
There's optimism and hope. The best in life come to you in worse situations. There's a nice saying, which I read some time back. There's so much good in the worst of us. There's so much good in the worst of us. There's so much worse in the best of us that it does not do good to any of us to sit and pass judgments on the rest of us. And we do that. We encountered a strange situation in the last 2 days. Somebody wrote an email to us, how can you come to Goa? I said, how can I not come to Goa? Then the next question was, how can you run an event in Goa? I said, what is the problem? Why should I not run it? I'm doing it in 20 cities and tier 2 cities, because the whole idea is ruralization and creation of awareness. No, we will complain to the police what you are doing. I said, I have right to live. I have right to breathe. I am a citizen of India, conscious enough, and my constitution allows me to do what is ethical within the realms of what I am doing. So within the realms of what we are doing, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take this journey ahead. Simplicity is so crucial in our life. And it's my job that everything that is simple in our life, we set it with the right example. Sir, may I please get you back on the stage? We will allow some photographs for the media as has been desired. We'll be a little patient, ladies and gentlemen, handling this. We are multi-hatting. We are a small team. As you can see, everything is produced in-house, from the videography to the photography to the designs. Everything is produced completely in-house. And I'm so proud. We flew the lowest cost airline so that we could manage it within the cost. And Taj gave us a lot of support. Without this property, I don't think I would have been able to host the event ever. We went to a lot of academic institutions, pleaded with them, please host it in your institution, because that was the idea. But they refused, and therefore we thought we'd go to Taj, where I spent a lot of time with the Tata Group. I was Mr. Ratan Tata's executive assistant once upon a time. So we first start with the release of the logo, World Peace. For those of you who cannot read it, so is it okay? It's for World Peace Congress. For those of you who think peace is most needed in the world, it's 17th and 18th of February at the hands of Sri Ravi Shankar ji, the opening keynote for World Peace Congress. For those of you who like to speak at this conference, please let me know. My visiting card is available at the reception, and I'm sure the Goa State's best brands, emerging brand is Vincent World. Vincent World. May I please invite you? Sir, please be on stage for this category. We take a group picture for the media. Sir, the trophy. Goa IVF Center. Goa IVF Center. May I please invite you to receive in the category of healthcare. And an individual award to Sanjay Shetty. Sanjay, please step up once again? Then we can do group picture.
Minister Sir and friends, I've had the opportunity to deliver Minister Sir's sister's children as well. I just want to say that this is a fantastic function at which there is education which is being honored, and I want to emphasize that whenever you emphasize anything in the form of awards, please emphasize that our teachers get paid more than any laborer does, which is 400 rupees per day, which does not happen, and that is why our country keeps on lagging behind. Please emphasize on this. Thank you so much.
No, the point he's making, would you like to say your name so that everyone knows?
I think many of us know. Dr. Kedar Pante from the GOA, Kedar Hospital, GOA IVF Center, Panchi.
Yeah. Dr. Kedar, education is the reason why I'm here. I am here only because my teachers, I couldn't speak a sentence of English till I was 22 years of age. You know, and my teachers transformed me. In my 10th standard examination, I failed in 2 subjects and had to reappear with a 53% of marks only. So a great teacher can transform you. Father is here. Father, thank you for being here today. Sister is here. I saw her. Sister, thank you so much for being here today.
I'd like to emphasize that there was a teacher of mine who's no more, Professor Abraham. Many of you know him, who was also the dean. I was answering my pharmac exam. I was very well prepared. And there was another examiner who had come in, who was probably not in his best moods. And he failed me at the practicals. And he said, you cannot fail, I'm not sealing the results unless you test him again. When they went through my marks, the theory marks were at the top. He told him to reverse the results and gave me the medal there as well. There are teachers who can transform your life. Please continue to do that. Thank you so much. I have to leave you.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. The Goa State Best Employer brands Novotel Hotels and Resorts.
Yeah.
Novotel. The Goa State Best Employer brand to Pentel Water India Private Limited, Goa. Thank you. Please be Pentel, would you please like to step up? Here. The next in my list is a very iconic organization, Vedanta Goa, Vedanta Sesa Goa INO. Vedanta, ladies and gentlemen. How proud the team is to receive the honors. Congratulations. Congratulations team Vedanta. One will remain on stage please. Thank you. GOA. GOA. Congratulations. Congratulations. And look at the brand he's wearing on his collar, left hand side. How proud he is to receive the honors. Caravela Beach Resort, Goa. Congratulations. Comscope. So, picture will be better. Delton Sweets. Delton. Okay, they're not here. We'll have the group picture with this set of winners. Group picture. Be allowed with me. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a good round of applause. We are multi-hatting. Mr. Sir, you give some more. The Crown Goa. Ladies and gentlemen, for the hospitality industry, which is what Goa is largely famous for, there's one singular winner that is uniform in appreciation by the jury and for their outstanding leadership. Goa, you'll have to step up once again to receive the additional honors that you have. You probably need a nice bag to carry them home. Most preferred luxury hotel. Ladies and gentlemen, they do deserve a good round of applause. And the best hotel team of the year. So I'm going to give you the mic to say a few words in honor of your win.
I'm extremely privileged. Thank you so much for these awards. I've been 19 months now in Goa, being a foreigner, but I've been welcomed in such a way that I really feel so comfortable being in India. And this is the 10th country I live in, but I can promise you this is the best I've seen so far, and I wouldn't want to leave. So thank you so much.
Would you introduce yourself with your name?
My name is TJ. I'm the general manager of the WGOA.
And why is it called W?
So there are two stories to that. However, funny enough, the person who created the W was always wanted to beat Marriott hotels. And because of the M, upside down is a W, he called it W.
And the other story is?
The other story is he also was in the kitchen one day on a Sunday afternoon and he said to his wife, you know what, I'm so tired of all these multi-brands. They all call themselves luxury, but nothing is different from each other. So he said, I want to do something that is whatever, whenever, which is our in our lingo, and anything the customer wants, whenever he wants it, it will be available. And every word he was using had a W. So his wife looked at him and believe me, wives decide, not men. She looked at him and she said, why don't you create a brand called W?
Wow.
And that's how it went.
Wow. Sure. And congratulations.
Thank you.
Please
Thank you so
receive your individual honors as the most admired general manager of the year.
Thank you.
Can we hold that for you so that you could receive the individual honors? Just hold this. Please hold it. This is this trophy. We have trophies here with us. Please remember.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're going to do this. Thank you. That's the W Hotel. Can I have the next one being presented? Ladies and gentlemen, wow, it's a lot of weight. Brand leadership to D-Link India Limited. Team D-Link, please step up to receive the honors. Congratulations. Please be on stage, sir, for a group picture. I wish to confer brand leadership to Denzel Xavier, Founder President, Goa Association of Realtors. So when I need to buy a property, I know when to come to Denzel. Ladies and gentlemen, for women leadership, it's my discovery, my honor, to present to Ethel DeCosta, founder CEO of Think Geek Media, a very special honor today. Give her a generous round of applause. Congratulations, sir. Ethel, a few words for you. We allow the media to take a picture.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure to be here. This entire award comes completely out of the blue for me, so Dr. Bhatia, thank you so much. I think also as a woman media entrepreneur, it kind of validates the hard work that really goes into competing, proving, validating everything that you're doing, why you're doing. And as storytellers, because I think that is who we are. So my 25 years of journalism, being with the Times, being the whole lot of vertical of media that I've done, including radio and station director with Mirchi, I have learned one thing, and one thing has been like a gut learning from instinct, that if you are a storyteller, there is no end to the kind of stories you can tell across the mediums that you're working with. So, and that's what I've done. Your own story becomes a story to tell, and then you aid that storytelling with people, brands, clients, partners, associates, NGOs that you work with. And I hope my Jesus keeps giving me the energy and the strength and the goodwill to keep continuing what I love doing. Thank you so much for this honor.
That's an honor. Absolute honor. I'm going to take some bites from you two gentlemen also. The lady gets the privilege. The Hello Group. The Hello Group, will you please step up to receive the award? Are you here? The Hello Group. H-E-L-L-O. Okay. Dr. Kurades. Dr. Kurades, may I invite you, sir, to receive the Brand Leadership Award. We take a few sound bites. So you align for a group picture, then we come to you, sir, for a sound bite.
Chief guest, today's function, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank for this award. It's an honor to take this award because there are a lot of efforts which are put not only by the team, by the business partners, by our media, and making us reach the last mile. Ideally, like other corporates, we talk about innovations. We also talk about giving back to the society. We are committed to build a small digital interface which will go to each household and which will have an application wherein we can see multiple things. One can keep an eye at home while he is on the move, and it can be a small digital transaction, could be a financial transaction also. We are talking very closely to the telecom sector, and in days to come we will come up with a lot of innovations which will have a comfortable life for our customers. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Bhatia, for this award. It's an honor to receive this award at the hands of Honorable Minister Sri Mobin Godino. In my line of business, I have had one motto: you do good service, you get good clients. I have been in this business for the last 21 years, and I'm thankful for this award because it gives a lot of motivation to entrepreneurs, especially entrepreneurs like myself who are first generation business people. Thank you so much.
I thought this you gets all the privileges, so maybe once more. So, thank you, Dr. Bhatia. Thank you, Ma'am Mohanbab. Basically, just to let people know the basic, we are in our sector, sitting in Goa, we are the leading in India in our mushrooms. We make mushrooms, lots of mushrooms. We are the biggest company in India today, and we are the oldest in India, and that is from our base in Kampana as well as Uzgaon. So we are a homegrown product, first generation entrepreneur, and agribusiness, and we are just starting. Thank you.
For those of you who don't know, mushrooms help you to get a lot of proteins. I am a very protein-driven person. Less carbohydrates, more proteins in your diet help you to build your muscle. I lost my son 3 years ago, and I hit the gym with a vengeance. And I realized that I can fit into his clothes today. I feel so proud. I was 140 kilos, and I'm now 94, ladies and gentlemen. I eat a lot of mushrooms, so I'm going to buy your product. Thank you, winners. Thank you, winners. The minister will be here. Let's look at educationists. For all those of you who believe the future and the destiny of your children is written by educationists, I would concur with you in every way. So let's invite Father Kinley De Cruz, Director of Don Bosco College of Engineering, Goa, and my favorite icon in education to receive his honors this morning. What a pleasure, Father, to have you with us today. An absolute pleasure. Such a pleasure, Father. Oh, wow. Oh. How lovely, Father. Father, I'll also come and teach someday. I'm a teacher by my instinct. You be on stage, sir. Ajit Parulekar, Director, Goa Institute of Management, one of the great leaders I cherish. Congratulations, sir. Dr. Geeta Mahadevan Iyer, Principal, Honda Education Society's College of Education. Dr. Geeta Mahadevan Iyer, ladies and gentlemen, if you Dr. Iyer, I have you Satyesh Kakurkar, Don Bosco College of Engineering. Congratulations, sir. Dr. Gopalakrishna Rao, Principal, Goa College of Pharmacy. Dr. Gopalakrishna Rao. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a few sound bites. We start with Dr. Iyer first after your parole.
Thank you very much for the award, Dr. Bhatia and Dewang Mehta Foundation. Respected Minister, Mr. Mohammed Gudino, and respected friends. I must say I quit a bank job, a probationary officer's job. I don't know whether it was promising or what it was. I quit it for joining a school as a teacher. That's how my great adventure in education began. Later I improved on my qualifications and joined PS College of Education as a lecturer and then later as a principal. Now I must put on record my gratitude to Sri Aurobindo Ashram because I had to forget everything I had learned and learn from the ashram how to teach. And that is what made me what I am today.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. That's an amazing thing. Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Bhatia. Thank you. Good to be here again. Thank you, Minister. We're really happy to receive the award for Goa Institute of Management. Thanks.
Father?
Respected Minister, Dr. Bhatia, and you, my dear friends. Well, today is a very auspicious day for us Salesians because today is the birthday of our father and founder, Don Bosco.
Oh, wow. Wow.
It's a privilege to accept an award as his son, and we are a fledgling institute because we are just 7 years in the field of engineering, and a leader is as big and as good as his team. My team is there, sitting there. So thanks to everybody and God bless.
Please stand. We'd like to clap for you, the entire team. Please stand. Wow, amazing. Please remember to take a group picture. We would like to show it to the other colleges on what teams are all about. So, Father, if you don't mind, we take a group picture. But, sir, come right in the center. They can see your face better.
Honorable Minister, Dr. Bhatia, my Director, Reverend Father Kennedy Cruz, my colleagues and ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I thank the organizers. At the same time, these awards basically motivate many of us. Once again, I thank the organizers.
Thank you, sir.
At the outset, I would like to profusely thank Dr. Bhatia and Honorable Minister Gudina sir. And I represent one of the oldest pharmacy colleges in the Asia. In fact, in the history of our Goa College of Pharmacy dates back to Escola da Medica, where Department of Pharmacy was there. And now, since '63, it is known as Goa College of Pharmacy. And we celebrated our Golden Jubilee in 2014. And we have been ranked at 23rd by National Institute Ranking Framework. and it is all possible because of the wonderful team that we have and the student community and the extraordinary encouragement and support from the government of Goa. Thank you very much, Dr. Bhatia.
I am also a proud alumnus of the Goa College of Pharmacy.
Wow. Wow. Feels good, no? Feels good. Sir, we have a very special honor to give to somebody who does a very great job in the NGO category, the Presentation Society. May I invite Sister to please step up for the wonderful job that she's doing. I mean, deserves all the possible accolades that you can. All the possible accolades. Ladies and gentlemen, don't stop. For the hard work she puts in. Sister, what an honor. An absolute honor. I'm not going to let you go without saying a few words. Yeah. This is right in the center. They're trying to take a picture.
Respected Movin Budino and Dr. Bhatia, I was very curious to know what this was all about, and thank you for inviting us and giving this award to our NGO, Presentation Society, and affirming our work. And especially we work with HIV/AIDS, plus women who are trafficked. We have rehabilitation center, and also we create awareness among migrants and take care of HIV infected and affected children in a home-based manner. So therefore, I suppose that's how you have come across to us, and that's why we'd like to thank you.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, rightly deserved. Rightly deserved. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Do remember to take some pictures as a group and post it on your social media. Tweet about them. The idea is sharing. When you share, you believe. When you believe, you accept. When you accept, you practice. And when you practice, you change. That's a step of change that takes place. Winners, thank you, Honorable Sir. You'll be on stage to continue the ceremony. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move ahead with the ceremony. Education is so important. The Dean, Department of Chemistry, Goa University deserves a mention. Professor Salil Arun V. Sir, may I invite you to receive the honor. Professor Salil Arun V. You'll be on the stage for this set of honors. Father Nikus did mention it's the birthday of Father Don Bosco, and therefore we cannot forget Don Bosco College of Engineering, Dr. Neena Pandadikar, the principal to receive the honor. What an honor, madam. Congratulations, ma'am. Thank you for your leadership. The minister will be happy to present it to you. For an outstanding teacher in electronics and telecommunication, Michelle Arjuo, Don Bosco College of Engineering. Michelle, congratulations. Ashwini Kumar Mishra, Dr. Ashwini Kumar Mishra, may I invite you to receive from BITS Filani your honors for teaching economics. We will, ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead, we're going to take a few sound bites.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dr. Neena Pandadikar, Principal of Don Bosco College of Engineering. I am greatly honored to receive this award, and I would like to sincerely thank Dr. Bhatia, our Honorable Minister Movin Budino, and the entire team of Dewang Mehta Foundation. Institute vision is to grow into center of excellence in engineering, and I'm very confident that with the dedicated team that we have at Don Bosco, we are very soon going to achieve this. I believe learning is a continuous process and there is no end to learning. Be passionate, love what you do and do what you love. Thank you so much.
Honorable Minister, good morning ladies and gentlemen. I like to thank Dewang Mehta Foundation Group and Dr. Bhatia for doing an excellent job in recognizing the work in education and research. I am very much thankful for your awarding this prestigious award. Thank you.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Thank you, Dr. Raju, for giving us this award.
Sir, would you like to say something?
Respected Minister, sir, Dr. R.L. Bhatia, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor for us to get this kind of power, and certainly it will motivate us to work further. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, winners. Thank you. Thank you, winners. The Minister will be here to present a few more. The best search engine optimization for digital media is presented to Scantify. Is that right? Is that pronunciation right? Please step up. If not, please help me. Sanctify. Sorry. I got that as right just now. Sanctify. So please come and talk to us what you do. Congratulations. Give them a good round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. We'd like you to say a few words, sir. Sir, would you like to say a few words?
Good morning, Honorable Panchayat Minister Sri Mohan Gurino, Dr. Bhatia, and ladies and gentlemen. My company name is Sanctify and my name is Puneet. The meaning is same, it means sacred. We have started 5 years back in 2012. Since then, we have designed 100 plus websites. We are also into social media campaigns. We have done great work in graphic designing, online classified, digital media marketing, and many other things. So it was like a starting journey was slightly, obviously it was tough, but right now we have done so much of achievement that if you search anything, like let's say garment shop or mobile shop or furniture shop, so everywhere the Sanctify name will come on top pages. Okay, not only one link, 7, 8 links will come. Apart from that, if we are handling any of the client portfolio, like for example, we are handling Mercedes GOA portfolio, Mavensa portfolio, and many other of our clients. All these clients are on top pages of search engine. Whether it is you write for luxurious car dealer in Goa, we are not writing Mercedes in that, but still their name is on top. So these are like all about the keywords. So like search engine optimization, the optimization of your page or the website as per the search engine guidelines. So we do in such a way that your listing comes on top, your page comes on top, and you get the maximum visitors, and we control the bounce rate so that you are going to get the maximum benefits through your website or through online presence. Thank you.
And congratulations. Please remain on stage for this category. Dr. Sangam A. Kurade, Chairman and Managing Director of the very iconic Zuari Food and Farms. I have the privilege to invite you, sir, Dr. Sangam A. Kurade. A generous round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, the Labrador Blended Scotch Whisky, Cheers Group. I have the privilege to invite you for your brand award. Congratulations. Puneet, you also have to receive an additional honor for being the Social Media Agency of the Year. Congratulations. You rightly deserved it. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, a generous round. Congratulations. Vedanta Limited Sesa Goa INO for best CSR practices. Vedanta. Congratulations, we're going to take a few sound bites. Future Supply Chain Solutions. Future Supply Chain Solutions for being the best 3PL company. Future Supply Chain. Ladies and gentlemen, a generous round of applause, please. Congratulations. Okay, we're going to take a few sound bites, please. Yeah, I will do that. Let's take a few sound bites. Who would like to begin first?
I spoke about it, so.
Good morning. Thank you, Honorable Minister, Dr. Bhatia. It's a great privilege to receive this award on behalf of my company. Future Supply Chains is a supply chain company belonging to the largest retail group of India, Future Group, holding formats like Big Bazaar. Our single ambition is to provide scientific solution for giving a supply chain with shortest time to market and lowest cost to market. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Bhatia. Thank you, Honorable Minister. It's an honor for us to receive this award. Thank you so much.
So, congratulations, winners. And the Minister will be here for the last segment. Thank you, winners. Thank you. Come on, be a good audience. Some more energy. Ladies and gentlemen, if GOA directory admits us, may we invite you to step up on stage, GOA directory. And Dr. Milan Kalgokas Mapuza Clinic Medical Center. If you admit us, may I invite you to receive the honor for Dr. Milan? GOA directory, okay. The GOA directory honors you will receive. And Dr. Milan's Kalgokas Mapuza Clinic Medical Center. No, they are not here. So let's move ahead, Sandesh, with the either NGOs or educations, if you like to invite them. Thank you so much, Puneet. The best professor in mechanical engineering, Dr. Praveen Verekar, Don Bosco College of Engineering. Congratulations, sir. Category award. Please be on stage. Professor C. Murali, Vice President and Co-Chairman of the Institution of Electronic and Communication Engineering. Professor Murali. Congratulations. Gaurang Patkar, Head of Department of Computer Engineering, Don Bosco College of Engineering. Gaurang Patkar. Congratulations. Dr. Beena Vendekar, Government College of Arts, Science and Commerce, Kandola. Dr. Vendekar. Congratulations. Dr. Kala Nayak from the Don Bosco College of Engineering. We take a few sound bites from these lovely people. A few sound bites, please.
Good morning, good afternoon.
Honorable Minister, Mr. Bhatia, thank you so much. I thank the organization for this, recognizing the efforts. I would like to say that this is another motivation for me to do much better than what I am doing for the students.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations, man. Say a few words, please, encouraging others.
Good morning to everyone. First, I would like to give my heartfelt thank you to Dr. Raju, and thanks for giving this award. Thanks to Honorable Minister Gurino. One thing I would like to tell on this occasion is, Maths is a beautiful subject. Please love it.
You know, ma'am, I'm going to take you today to say to you, my teacher who taught me algebra and geometry, Mrs. Pillai, she's still alive, and in the 9th standard, I could not understand algebra and geometry, I promise you. And I failed in algebra and geometry. One of the reasons I failed was she was 6 feet 3 inches tall, and very hefty woman. And one day she lifted me by my collar. I almost cried going home and saying, I'm never going to go back to school. So I still have fear of maths. So, with due respect, it is a beautiful subject, I promise you, but I want to learn it one day. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. I wish I had a teacher like you. I would have, gone boundaries in maths. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, Mr. Gurino. Thank you, Dr. Bhatia. Also thanks to Dewang Mehta Trust. Teaching is a very noble profession, and the teachers shape the future generations. I'm privileged to have been working at Don Bosco College of Engineering, where we cater to the needs of the weaker student, as well as we satisfy the thrust of the intelligent, quench the thrust of the intelligent student. We also look into all the personal needs of the students, which come from all the spectrum of society. Thank you very much to the Minister and Dr. Bhatia.
Congratulations. Let's move ahead.
Thanks to Professor Bhatia and the organizers for this motivating award. I am an engineer teacher since 1975, more than
1975.
More than 4 decades.
Ooh! 4 decades.
And I am also representing Institution of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineers. I am the Vice President there. The motto of IETE is Reach the Unreached. So we are into the education since 1953, IETE, where we will be providing education for the people who are not in a position to go for the conventional education. So where we are providing diploma in IETE and then AMIT. So that's the way this motivation comes. Thanks for the organizers.
Thank you, sir. We have a young man in the team.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gaurang. I am currently working as Head of Computer Engineering Department from Don Bosco College of Engineering. I have one message for you all. Waiting to win is common, but working to win is genius. Let us not say have a nice day, rather say make a nice day. Thank you so much.
These speeches are not written. They're actually on your mobile phone. What an amazing piece of technology. It could also be a pain in your neck if you're used to, seeing it all the time. So remember, don't get pain in the neck. Thank you so much, winners. Thank you, winners. The minister is very generous. He says he'd like to present the rest of the awards also. Let's give him a good round of applause. Thank you, winners. Parvesh Andanani Kamath of Anka Services. May I have the privilege to invite you for your CSR leadership. Bavaria Motors, may I invite you for your CSR leadership. Congratulations. Escala Reality. May I invite you for Smart Cities Leadership. You all know each other. For water efficiency, may I invite Melvin Fernandez. Congratulations, Melvin. We take a few quick sound bites. Please.
Good afternoon. My name is Parvish Andani Kamat. I'm a first generation entrepreneur and I'm a communications professional. So we do branding, we do advertising. Escala Reality, here is our customer. So it feels privileged to be on the same stage.
Wow.
And being a woman entrepreneur, I realized my gender is being murdered and unspeakable things happen to it. So as a giving back to society, I started the GOA Chamber Women's Wing. I went on to start the CII Women's Wing.
Wow.
And that's why giving back to society. So we especially go and hold workshops for management education, for women to handle issues like scaling up, expanding, getting funds, and all this in my personal capacity.
Wow.
So thank you so much for this honor.
I want to take a cue to say this to you, ma'am. I am doing a book called The 40 Women in My Life. Not my girlfriends, I promise you. The 40 Women in My Life is a book. I have two mothers. My biological mother, who died, and I was 5 years old. My brother's wife brought me up, which is my Barbie. She's more than a mother to me. My 9 teachers who changed me, they were all women who changed me. I couldn't speak a sentence of English. Today I do narrations. I can actually recite books by heart. The 9 teachers. So I'm doing a book. I worked, unfortunately she lost the election, Lady Hillary Clinton. I worked with an NGO called Women Delivers. It's an NGO founded by Hillary Clinton. She's very fond of my work. She came for my World Women Leadership Congress in Mumbai, which happens every year on the 17th of Feb. So ladies and gentlemen, if you know of any woman who's doing a great job, please write to me. We'll have her recognized. Send me her credentials. We'll have her recognized at the World Women Leadership Congress. And if I'm lucky, Lady Clinton will be with me this year. I'm trying to pursue the ex-president of USA, President Obama. One of the jobs I have is influencing prime ministers of various countries. You're never a hero in your own land. So when other prime ministers and ministers listen to you and you use that opportunity to change the world, it's a big change that you can make. I write the policy paper for sustainable development for the ministry in Singapore. And I'm so proud that they have created a model in Singapore for sustainable transport, sustainable logistics, and sustainable education. And I have contributed to that paper. So any woman you know the lady who's running in Singapore has formed a society, you must connect with her, called Social Innovation Park, SIP. And Minister Sir, if there is anything I could do for Goa, I would like to do a forum in Goa, Forum for the Future, which talks about Goa as the smartest city in India, Goa is the smartest city in Asia, and Goa is a futuristic city in Asia. I'm prepared to work voluntarily for this, sir. I do not need anything. I will get you every best leader from any world that I know. I was recently with the Vice Prime Minister of Bangkok, and he is talking about 13 small islands in Bangkok with a population of about 50,000 people each that will run as smart cities. What an amazing vision he has.
There's a lot of women here.
And there are a lot of, correct, I was just coming to that. Out of that, there are about 22 women who are working with him on making it happen. And there is a woman who's 91 years of age. She has transformed that particular place from a hygienic standard to a standard of sanitation that you cannot imagine. And Hong Kong, of all you know, is driven by the sex trade and the flesh trade. She's transforming the mindsets of people to move from that trade to a tourism and a state of dignity. So I'm prepared to thank you. Thank you so much for touching that very emotional chord.
Yeah, that's my giving back. It's in my private capacity.
I'm honored. I'd like to see you in February in Mumbai.
Sure. Definitely.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Mr. Zubino and Dr. Bhatia for this award. Bavaria Motors is very honored to receive this award. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Hi. Thank you, Dr. Bhatia. Good evening, sir. It's a privilege to be with so many of the iconic brands in Goa. Goa is a place that I was born and I love. And it's a privilege to receive the Smart Cities Award, Leadership Award. Goa has been selected as one of the Smart Cities initiatives by the Prime Minister. And we hope that not only we have been selected, but we should lead this. And we will look up to the government, sir, for helping all of us create a Goa that everybody in India and the world look up to. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good day, everyone. Thank you, respected Minister. Thank you, Dr. Bhatia. It's a privilege actually to stay here. I have one supplier, Pentair, here, who supplies material to us, and 3 of my clients are here. For Bavaria Motors, we recycle their wastewater. I'm sure you don't know about me. For Presentation Society, we provide them with drinking water. And then we have Dr. Sangam Korade here. We've done a lot of work with him. Water is something where most people take it for granted. The other thing is air. Well, just for your awareness, in Goa, almost every well, open well, has some form of coliform or the other. You think it's safe? Okay, the other thing you need to know is that methane is almost 30 times more potent in global warming as carbon dioxide.
Absolutely.
Carbon dioxide, you can sequester it by using more plants. You can't do it with methane. But you can prevent methane by using less of septic tank formulations, because the byproduct of septic tank is methane. Go for treatment plants, it's easier. Phytoremediation can help you in a big way. Thank you.
I'm going to take you. Water is going to be scarce. By 2020, more than 32% of the world will not have water. The generations to come deserve water, so conserve it. So here is an additional task for all of you. Sir, can you hold this, ma'am? Can you please see what we are trying to do? Please see what we are trying to do. Please read what we are trying to do. Please understand what we are trying to do, ladies and gentlemen. Made it a little easy this time. Yeah, I'm going to take a picture. Ladies and gentlemen, the Global Giving Awards icon being released today at the hands of the Minister. Please take a good picture of Messiah. Very good picture. He's one of those iconic leaders I respect hugely. He's agreed to give us so much time, for which we are grateful to him. Global Giving, ladies and gentlemen. This will be held in the auspices of His Highness Sheikh Maktoum in Dubai. I don't remember the date. 11th and 12th of October, Sheikh Maktoum in Dubai is going to bless me with his presence. I'm so blessed that I'm advising his ministry on change, leadership and transformation. It's going to be one of the chapters of my book on transformational leadership, featuring him and of course you, sir. I'm a big fan of yours. Give them a good round of applause. Very good. Global Giving Awards, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, winners. The Minister has a few more minutes with us. Every minute of this is precious.